Morning, everybody. We have a problem. Too much floating garbage in our oceans. You might have heard of the Pacific plastic island, which is not an island. It's all the plastic garbage and floating garbage thrown by ships, by on-the-shore factories, that's taken by the streams in the Pacific, and it makes a huge island in the middle of it. That's not the only island, but it's the biggest. Collecting all that garbage, it's a big problem. There are millions and millions of square miles, and dragging it with a fishing net, it's economically inefficient. So I imagined a system that can collect this garbage. We can use two former whale fishing boats that have the manufacturing on board, changing some of the machines with others. They can divide the harvested garbage, process it, and turn it into raw materials shippable to the shore for the various buyers. Those two big boats that are about 100 meters long, that's 300 feet, are trailing, anchoring from here in the front, each of them one of the lateral boats, left for the left and right for the right, of the harvesting system. The harvesting system consists on many boats interconnected that are basically carrying conveyors that fish from the water the garbage and throws them on a conveying system in between the boats that ships them to the main boat. You don't see the conveyor that takes in the stuff in here, because this is just a sketch. As you might see, you don't see the supports of the conveyors, there's nothing in there. It's just a basic idea. However, we are fishing with those from the water, throwing them on the conveying system that takes them to the ship, where on 3 shifts people will be processing this to transform it back into raw materials. There would be a better way to do this, not throwing garbage in the seas and the oceans, but I doubt you can convince everybody to do that. So the 2 lateral fisher boats are connected like this from here with chain, anchoring chain, and trailed at 10 kilometers per hour by the 2 main boats, harvesting this way about 10 tons a minute, 10 tons an hour of Pacific garbage. Now this garbage may also contain Pacific vegetation, algae, plankton, stuff like that, and even some fish. On the selection line in the boat, the fish goes to the kitchen. The various vegetation can be transformed in fuel for the boats themselves, biofuel. And everything else can be separated on whatever they are, plastic, aluminum, and so on, compacted, and then given once a week to a 3rd boat that's coming and going to the shore to deliver to the client the raw materials. The little boats are interconnected in between them with a hydraulic system that allows them to stay in formation without bumping into each other while riding the waves. They have no engine, but they have their belt engines that lift the material, and they are not real boats. They are submarines with no crew. So this green submarine, in case of storm, from the computer of the command center on the main boat, can be flooded with water inside. By flooding with water the submarines, they will be lowered below the waves So let's imagine this is a storm period. The waves will be up and down, and there would be a big risk for all those boats on the main boats to bump into each other, wrecking all the machineries. By sending down below the water surface the harvesting system, they can stay in the storm in the silent part of the water, risking nothing. Once the storm is done, the whole system can be commanded to purge their water from the submarines and return in the surface and go on harvesting. Now, I am not claiming that this would totally clean the seas and the oceans of all the garbage we throw in. What I'm claiming is that it's economically feasible, and we are looking for companies interested to join this project and turn it into revenue while cleaning the ocean and bringing back the world into more green positions. And most probably, such an activity will also have a lobbystic impact on people's culture, and hopefully they will stop throwing garbage in the waters.